the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show with Billy the Kid and Scott Tang.
Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show!
It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! What up, I'm Scott.
I'm Bill.
And this is
the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show.
Epi number, I don't know, you figure it out.
Hold on. I know it's off the top of my head.
No, you don't.
179, I think.
I think you just jumped up about 5, but
Whoops.
Oopsie.
That's what happens when you move to the bunker.
Yes, because you get shunned and you get outcast and thrown to the side.
And that's why we started so late today, because we had to walk all the way here.
Yeah. See, there's an unfortunate statistic with people that do cubicle shows. Like, 100% of people that do cubicle shows get kicked out of their house and, like, sent to the bunker in the streets. Like, we're just out here trying to survive. Anyways, did we say our names?
Yeah, we did.
We did.
Pretty much immediately. So we're off to a good start.
Well, so we're going to touch on this Offset. He was in an accident this past Thursday night.
Off-road.
He definitely went off-road. Deadpool, did it live up to the expectations?
Ooh.
Taylor Swift and Earth, Wind, and Fire, they beefing. Donald Trump
crazy,
tweeted, and this time it had nothing to do with politics, and it got a whole bunch of people upset. The royal wedding happened this weekend, which was cool, I guess.
We will tell you everything you need to know about what happened at the royal wedding if you missed it.
And
in fact, I might be telling Scott everything he needs to know.
It's Me Monday.
Woo!
I guess we'll start off with, because this is the oldest news, and this happened last week after our last Cubicle Show, the news came out, that Offset was involved in an accident where his muscle car was pretty messed up. So that's a picture of his muscle car. He went to the hospital afterwards. Here he is in the hospital recovering. I guess it looks a lot worse than what it is. I guess it was only minor injuries. I guess the big injury was on his hand and like that. And this is, the neck brace is just
in case, so they don't break anything if there happens to be something wrong.
But I guess he was brought to the hospital by somebody else. It wasn't, no police were called to the scene, ambulance didn't show up or anything like that. And because of that, there was no police report filed.
Ooh.
There was no other car involved or anything.
Yeah, it was a one-car accident, so what was going on?
Did he fall asleep? Was he drunk? Was he high? Did he just have an unfortunate accident?
We'll never know.
Either way, let's hope he learned, because he does have a little baby coming in 6 weeks. And I think he would want to be around for the birth of his baby girl.
What's up, Kyle?
Call me crazy, but I think, being around for the birth of your child would be a big deal.
Good morning, Tina. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, I heard that Cardi B rushed to be by his side. I was like, when you brought this up today, I was like, didn't we just talk about that? I was like, oh no, Friday. We don't do Cubicle Show Friday. Cardi B rushed to be with him. And then she was tweeting about how, God is sending messages in strange ways. And she was like, I love you, Offset. And that made me wonder, do they refer to each other by their stage names all the time? Does she just call him Offset always?
That's a good
question. Does she call her Cardi B?
She knows his middle name, though. Yeah,
well, they both have really, they have unconventional names that are somewhat difficult to pronounce.
Not so Americanized names.
Belcalis Almanzar is Cardi B, and I don't remember what Offset's name is off the top of my head. But, yeah, that got me thinking, because, there's people on radio that don't use their real names. Okay, so Billy the Kid, obviously, that's not my legal name, but my name is Bill, and his name is Scott, if I may say so, if I can throw that information out. But there's some people who use, completely, totally fake names. Yeah. And I still just refer to them by their radio names, just because it's natural. But on the same token, we're not engaged with the baby on the way, so I feel like it's a little bit different. If I was that intimate with somebody, I would think I'd probably refer to them by their real name. I don't know, though.
You know what? Because you do come up with pet names for your significant other. So maybe the pet name is Offset. Maybe she calls him Offie.
Ooh.
Or Seti.
Satisha.
Or maybe he calls her
syllables.
Yo, Cod.
I remember hearing the story about how they first met was that he sent a DM to one of her friends that just said, I want Cardi. And that was it. That was he saw her somewhere and messaged a friend.
What's up, Nicole?
Thanks for checking in.
Teen caller number 9. Hell yeah. So
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's the only thing I can say to that.
Okay. Oh man, guy, focus. Oof.
Yeah,
Deadpool.
It's been a rough day in the imaging department for Scotch Imaging. He's been working hard.
Yeah.
So cut the guy a break here.
Yeah.
We want to talk Deadpool 2. We want to talk numbers. Do we want to talk box office numbers?
Yep.
Is that what you're getting at?
I do want to get to that, and if you would like to check out a spoiler-free review, Bill put one up on Fridays. We'll put out these spoiler-free reviews for movies that are big movies for the weekend. So if you scroll back like a couple posts or you go to the video section, it's right there in the digital shorts. So how did Deadpool do? Did it live up to the expectations of the people into Hollywood?
The answer is yes and no. Sort
How
of.
do you have both? You
Okay.
can't have both.
It lived up to the expectations of taking down the Avengers. It did not quite live up to its box office projections. I don't know what it was projected to make. It ended up making $125 million this weekend, which was just about $100 million more than the Avengers. That took $28.7 million. So you were right. You were like, Avengers is not going to do Black Panther numbers, and I got to say, you were correct about that. Black Panther was number 1 for 5 straight weeks. Avengers only had it for 3. But I will say that Black Panther didn't really have any competition in like February and March, whereas, you know, you got Avengers followed immediately by Deadpool, and this basically kicks off the summer blockbuster season. But the original Deadpool still holds the record for biggest R-rated debut in United States history. It made $132 million, so $7 million shy of breaking the record. But Deadpool 2 did have the biggest foreign opening for an R-rated movie ever. And there's actually a joke in the movie about how much people overseas love Deadpool. And that's not the punchline, so I didn't spoil anything. But you didn't see it, did you?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay, so you're part of the problem here. You're part of the reason why it wasn't the biggest R-rated opening of all time. If there were 500,000 of you that all went and saw the dang movie, I could have been talking about breaking records this morning instead of breaking some weak international record that nobody cares about.
Exactly. Well, you know, it's some reason international stuff is doing huge in America right now because this royal wedding happened this weekend.
I'm glad you went there. Oh man, I was going to talk about international jokes. But
and, like, what break it down, because honestly, I could care 0% about the royal wedding. Congratulations to them. It looked beautiful, great pictures. It looked like an amazing wedding. But when you spend $70 million on a wedding,
is that what it cost?
I don't know, but I'm
sure it was a lot of money.
I would have bet it's at least $30 million. When you're spending like when you're spending $1 billion on a wedding, I would expect it to look like that.
All right, so I'm gonna break it down for you. Because
look, Jackie's on air, by the way. That's her doing a live break on. If you go to B95 right now on the radio, you'll hear Jackie.
Yep. So, the live stream started at 7 a.m. on Saturday morning, and for some reason, I woke up at like 6:35. So I rolled over in my bed,
didn't you?
And I was like, "I'm up. Might as well watch the royal wedding." So I click it on, right?
He did it.
And then I fell back asleep, and then I woke up just in time for the priest to be like, "I now pronounce you husband and wife," and I was like, "All right." So I saw everything I needed to see from the royal wedding. It happened. That's it. That's all you need to know. Because who cares? Actually, I was kind of pissed off, and there was a screenshot that I wanted to send, and I didn't have time because of all the scrambling we were doing. But that dude from BuzzFeed, Matt, what's his face? Or maybe it's the guy that gets drunk on wine and like rants. I think he works for BuzzFeed. But he was talking about, he was like, it only took us 241 years, but we finally infiltrated the royal family, and now phase 2 of the Revolutionary War can begin. I was like, we were saying this all last week on the Cubicle Show, mister. So I want credit where credit is due.
Yeah, tag him and tell him he stole. He's a thief, man.
But I will say that because of Meghan Markle being American, that is sort of a reason for us to care a little bit about, you know, because it's historic for us as a country. Kind of. Whereas before it was like the wedding of William and Kate. Like, who freaking gives a flying fart? I do not care. And I was so glad when they killed Osama bin Laden 2 days and we're like, yo, suck it, Britain. We just did something better.
America!
USA! 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 Oh, man, it makes me feel so good. But now it's like, all right, well, we're in. We're in. We got American blood in the royal family.
Whoa.
Get some. You gonna have some half-breed children there in the Windsor family, bish. Look at that grumpy-looking queen, freaking her looking down her nose at Meghan Markle because she's from the greatest country, the good old U.S. of A. Woo! Yo, I'm on one. We did it.
Fashion, man.
Right,
God.
Sorry. That's pretty much it. That's the
You know what's the greatest thing is that I don't have to say nothing about you being loud anymore. Like,
I know. I can just do it. We're here in the bunker. Oh, man. That's the new name for it.
Where is Melania from?
Okay, she's from Russia, right?
So, no, she's not from Russia. Stop it.
Isn't she?
No, she can't be. No. If Melania's from Russia and this whole Russian thing is going on with Trump, I don't even know where to say. I'm just going to be stopped in my tracks right now. I'm going to end the damn show if she's really from Russia. Wherever she's from, do you think they feel the same way when she became the first lady?
Wait, I thought she was from Russia.
I had to look this up right now.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so Trump tweeted out this weekend, Melania went to the hospital last week. We don't know why, but I guess it's...
She had surgery for something. Some
basic surgery, right?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I think this is... Nope, that's not it. That was last week's tweet. Where did I have this? Sorry. Oh, here it is. Okay.
I was going to say it's under ketchup ice cream.
There it is. So, will you mind reading this while I look up where Melania's from?
Great to have our incredible First Lady back home in the White House. Melania is doing really well. Thank you for all your prayers and best wishes. I don't understand.
Okay, so this is the tweet, right? Now oh wait, I screenshotted the wrong one.
The wrong tweet.
Damn it! Well, anyways, this tweet right here said his wife's name had his wife's name spelled wrong. Had it spelled Melanie.
Ooh, right? An entire vowel off at the end.
Oof.
That is unforgivable.
Tough. That sucks that I got the wrong tweet.
Thank you, Genevieve.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Right, so, do you think the Slovenians were like, ha 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 ha, you dumb Americans, we got you now?
No, because we never had a war with them. They had no reason. Oh, excuse me. They had no reason to come get us. But maybe now we know that it was Slovenian hackers that rigged the election instead of Russian hackers.
So, well, anyways, Trump spelled her name wrong. Everybody's flipping out on it. Definitely a major fail when you spell your.
You can't call it a major fail. It's a typo.
No, because Melania, when you type Melania in, it doesn't show up. It doesn't get autocorrected to anything. So there's a thing here. Either he doesn't know how to spell his wife's name.
I don't think that's the case. He spelled it a lot before.
Okay, right. Or he doesn't know what her name is and he just can't understand her.
Yeah, that's probably it. This is such a non-issue. I love everybody making a huge deal about him being one letter off. Because then you get the people okay. So
no, that's a big deal. Don't call me Scott when I'm Scott.
Scott?
Because I'm not a freaking form of tax and money.
From now on, every tweet is SCOT.
No.
You doomed yourself.
No, I hate you. Oh, look, I think I just got a porn bot that friended me on Facebook.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah. What satisfaction and also sex.
Hold that up for the camera.
It's below. Dude. Please log in. It's free, yo. Yo, look at that come on.
Wow. I didn't know you could have satisfaction and also sex. I didn't know that they were mutually exclusive. I thought one had to come from the other.
Yo, shout out Caitlin Underwood right there, man.
Caitlin Underwood. When will I get the request from her? Because we tend to get a lot of the same porn.
It's probably coming soon. Well, anyways, that leads me to the question: have you ever slipped up and called your significant other the wrong name? Let us know below, because one time it happened to me, and it happened when I was younger. It happened when I was probably about let's see here, 22-ish. Maybe that's older than you, but younger for me. Because I'm 80 years old. Well, anyways, when I was 22, it was right out of college, right? And the girl I was dating in college, I ended up slipping up and calling her by my ex's name that I dated for 4 years before that.
Rough.
Right? So I'm not going to put any names out there, Kara. So I didn't say anything
I didn't hear that.
I didn't end up calling anybody the wrong name, right? Well, I did call her that name. Anyways, that set it off, and that was the start of the downfall of it. And the reason why I did it is because, the thing that the girl I was dating at the time reminded me so much of that one girl. It was just would you just stop it?
Don't feel too bad. I forgot my girlfriend's name.
No, I never.
Last summer.
Oof.
Okay, in my defense, that was when we were giving away ticket upgrades at SPAC during the freaking what show was it? Future and Post Malone. So there was 1 million weed smoke, and I was whew, I don't smoke, so I was all right, I don't know. I'm getting.
You called her every name but her real name.
No, I didn't. No, she wasn't there. It was somebody that I ran into. There was like, I see you got a girlfriend now, and I was like, yeah. They were like, what's your name? And I was like, and I had to think for a second. But then, in my defense, also the day before that, I forgot my own.
High.
I forgot my own name when I wasn't high. So I was tired a lot over the summer because I wasn't sleeping much.
Yeah.
So that's what happens when you get a girlfriend. You don't sleep, and it sucks.
Yeah. So
never get a girlfriend. Get sleep. Get sleep. F women. Well, get sleep.
Whoa! What kind of? No, that's funny.
I wasn't gonna say the B word. I wasn't gonna say biddies. I was gonna say women. I'm trying to be respectful.
Yeah,
I
know, but you're totally being not. But the way you say we gotta. All right, so here's the sorry for being disrespectful. You're like F women. Like, you know how many ways that can be interpreted?
Find
the comma?
women.
What is the stuff? Find women. What do you do?
Yeah, let's just. You know what?
Let's
pretend like this never happened.
Erase this from your memory. All right.
Okay, we're moving on.
Well, anyways, Taylor Swift is beefing with Earth, Wind, and Fire because she put out a cover of September.
These lines, these bars
September.
Are Earth, Wind, and Fire. This freaking quote. Oh my goodness.
Go ahead, lay it down.
Should I? Okay, here we go. So Taylor Swift put it.
Especially if she works nights. Oh!
Yeah, true story. Which she did a lot. But anyway, Taylor Swift put out this acoustic cover of September, and she's like playing the banjo. I don't know if she's playing the banjo, but it sounds a lot like older Taylor Swift, like Speak Now time period, like 2010. One of the original songwriters of September by Earth, Wind, and Fire is not happy, and I feel like she should be an honorary member of the Passive Aggressive Lads because of the way she framed this. It's so awesome. Allie Willis is her name. She co-wrote the song and said, I didn't really think she did a horrible job. Yes, I felt it was as lethargic as a drunk turtle dozing under a sunflower after ingesting a bottle of Valium, and I thought it had all the build of a one-story motel, but I mean, the girl didn't kill anybody. She didn't run over your foot. She just cut a very calm and somewhat boring take of one of the peppiest, happiest, and most popular songs in history.
Yeah, I agree.
Woo! All right, for one thing, I do want to say I actually really like this cover because I had no idea until I listened to it that September is a sad song because it's so upbeat, which I guess speaks to the artistry of it all, that you can disguise the fact that your song is sad by hiding it into a happy beat.
Remember?
But dude, can we guess, what do we think? Are the labels going to come for this lady? Are they going to come to silence her for speaking bad of Taylor's? I mean, she said Taylor Swift was boring. Yeah.
You know
what? You don't do that.
Taylor Swift will now finish and finally end the careers of Earth, Wind, and Fire.
That's it. Oh man, Earth, Wind, and Fire is over party.
Yeah.
Jeez, coming straight from the Serpentine Queen. It makes me wonder, though, if old Taylor killed the Serpentine Queen. Because she's put out, all this stuff. She's kind of gone back to... Remember when she freaking showed up at some red carpet with, like black makeup on her eyes and, like, her hair was, like, bleach blonde and it looked super weird? I know I can't criticize women's appearances, but that looks super weird. And now she looks normal again. Like Taylor Swift classically did.
Taylor Swift messed up by doing that cover. It's like, there's certain songs that you should not cover when you have, like, such iconic songs. Like, just don't touch them, even with your Taylor Swift, because you put out a horrible version of it.
I sort of agree with you on the principle, but I actually do like this version, and I wasn't expecting to.
You're wrong.
That's fine, and you can have your bad opinions.
If you didn't have such bad taste in music, you would understand why it's so bad.
I get it. No, that's fine, and you are free to express yourself in the most imbecilic fashion, as you are wont to do when you're expressing a different opinion.
Ridiculous.
But I like it, and I was like, wow, dang, this is kind of weepy. I kind of want to put it on my Crying Alone in My Car playlist.
Stop it.
With the acoustic cover of Take On Me by Aha.
Oh my god, I hate this kid.
Actually, it wasn't even a cover because it was Aha that did it. It was like the MTV Unplugged. But man, I was
Aha did MTV Unplugged?
Yeah,
no,
right?
They didn't.
Dude, and I found this out because of Deadpool 2. It's in the soundtrack. And it was actually utilized beautifully in the film.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
All right. So with all that being said,
I want to play it, but we get taken down by Facebook.
Let's get out of here. Here's my meme for Meme Monday. Right. So I know it hurt you, and I know it hurt you in the past, but I've changed. $79.99. The new price is $9.99. It's like
swapping that palette swap right there. Right. It's a whole new me.
I believe you, babe. I know you're a whole new you. All right, Bill.
This is a weird one because this is like a very specialized It's the La La Land poster. I love La La Land, my favorite movie of 2016. But it's Wario and Waluigi, so it's Wawa Land. I saw this on Twitter as I was scrolling by. I was originally going to hit him with a different meme for Meme Monday, but you know. Oh, dang, I forgot to mention a thing about the royal wedding, but it's whatever.
What do you want to say real quick? Because we've got to be out here.
Can I read this one tweet real quick? There was a lot of good takes about Meghan Markle's major come-up, going from being just like a regular American girl to now being a princess. Yeah. This one girl said, all my females, if Meghan never left her first marriage, she wouldn't be a princess today or royalty. There is always better.
Leave your marriage.
And I just want to say, that is not one of the good takes. That is awful. The message is not leave your man and be a princess. That's so dumb.
Remember,
wow, you're dumb.
Remember,
you're an idiot.
There's not enough princes to go around.
Huh.
If every woman in the world leaves their husband, y'all ain't. Not every one of you are gonna end up with a freaking prince or a king. Maybe like 0.0000001% of you will, because probably there's only so many of them.
It's probably even fewer than that, honestly. But you know, whatever.
You know what? With that being said, we out of here. It was a nice 22-minute long episode today.
I like it. It feels tasty.
Yeah, I like not rushing.
No, we started at 35, so we're only at the 20-minute.
Oh, we started at 35.
Yeah, we were a little bit late. Oh, well, apologies.
Yeah, for real. Like when, yeah. So anyways, thanks for everybody for tuning on in today. We'll be back at it. All this week on Jams. Did we give those tickets away this morning?
Kendrick?
Yeah, did they start?
They start this afternoon.
Okay. Kendrick Lamar, got you all week long. Tune in, win those tickets. With that being said, you can catch us on the Jams Facebook page Monday through Thursday at 10:30 Eastern Time.
Because that's the only time zone that matters.
One. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show! That's what I'm talking about, boy! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Not a rectangle show. Not a triangle show. Not a pyramid show. It's a cubicle show. Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Cubicle Show. We're just gonna... One. Boy!